would like to thank Treehouse for teaching me all about JavaScript, and my grandfather for teaching me how to make a program do a task. I will display the link for the online course I took from Treehouse at the end of the video. It was 2.5 hours, but very helpful, in-depth, and I learned a lot. Now, let's jump in. JavaScript is a type of code, a language, a syntax. JavaScript can become an entire profession. In this video, I'm going to teach you some of the basics, but there is much more to the effect of the entire internet. First, you should know how to test your code and experiment with it. Step 1. Right-click on a new web page or browser. Step 2. Select Inspect. Step 3. Select Console on the menu bar. Step 4. Listen to the rest of the video and learn how to code. If you wish to get there faster or you like keyboard shortcuts, hit Control, then Shift, then J, and continue the steps from Step 3. There are some things you should know about the console. First, it can do math. Second, the console can tell the difference between true and false. We'll get into that later. Another thing that you will learn about the console is how you can make messages or strings in the JavaScript world appear there, or later, even the browser. Please note that you can also use a workspace, but the console is free and workspace costs money per month. When you end a sentence, or as we call it, a string, you always end it with a semicolon. Have it display a message in your string. Yes, we do use that word a lot. Always start at and end the message with parentheses and quotation marks, like this. Here is an example of code to have a message and have it appear in the console. Console.log. I'm typing a message to appear in the console. Now, some other ways to make your message appear somewhere is document.write. Then this is my message. This will make it appear on the web page, and the only thing you'll see is the console and your message, and a bunch of blank space. Yet another way to display the message is alert. This will make your message like a pop-up. Type like this: alert, my message, and semicolon. When you write a command like these, you don't write anything in capital letters. Okay, on to the next thing. Have you ever played a game that uses score? Whether or not you think about it, these are coded with JavaScript. Throughout the game, you can gain or lose points. How these points are stored is called variables. The oldest way to code a variable is to use the keyword var. This information can be changed using if, but we'll get into that later. Here is how you would declare a variable. Var name equals 10. Then to access a var, type alert name. You can use any of these methods we learned about on how to make your message pop up. And as you notice, when I put the name of the var with the alert, you don't use quotation marks. It's just like a function: alert, console.log, and document.write. Before I forget, to go on to the next line without having your code run, hit Shift, then Enter. Another thing you can use is an assignment operator. This is what is called in math an equal sign. You can use an assignment operator to reassign the value of a variable. Using the code I wrote earlier to show var, I'm going to show you how to reassign the value of the variable. Name equals 9. One thing you must know before you go off trying on your own is that there are certain token names you cannot use when declaring a var. These are certain token words that you use in other times in JavaScript. If it turns a different color than dark blue, well, that's for the console. Could be different for your workspace, but if it turns a different color than the name of your var, Then try a different name. Don't delete your program. Just change your var's name. Could be the bug. If you want to add a var instead of changing it, code it like this. Name equals name plus 4. Or you could type it like this. Name plus equals 14. Other ways to declare a variable are let and const. These have different rules and are newer versions of var. First, let's focus on let. Let is basically the same as var, except you can't redeclare or overwrite, in more simplistic words, write too many times. Okay, now for const. Const is short for constant. And the rule for this one is you can't reassign the value. This is good for information that will always stay the same. Fun fact, strings and numbers are data types. According to the online dictionary, a data type is a particular kind of data item as defined by the values it can take in, the programming language used, or the operations can be performed on it.